Mount Vernon Nazarene University, a place known for small class sizes, great teachers, and most of all, a great Christian community. There is no doubt that relationships made in college are a huge aspect of campus life, from friendships to future spouses to teacher and student bonds. But how has all this changed in recent years? How has the society we live in gone from strictly personal to completely ignorant to the world and to the environment? The rise of the technological age changed the way people interact in every aspect of life. Technology is everywhere. It is unavoidable. It is now easier to send a text than to meet someone to talk. It is easier to look at one's Facebook profile than to go and get to know them in person. What is happening to this so-called community? On campus, chapel is a regular occurrence, with a live praise band, various speakers, and other surprises for students. Many students attend and participate, enjoying the time to be in fellowship with their peers, but not all choose this path.
Every day whenever it's a good message or maybe not such a good message, and yet whenever I turn around and look at people, they're always on their phones, sleeping, texting, on their computers, doing homework, and not paying attention to the message. I think that's rude and very disrespectful.
I think technology is really good, like using your phones and your laptops and stuff. It is really efficient if you want to communicate with people back home or do your homework or stuff or work out or whatever. The only time I see a problem with it is when you're with somebody else and you're on your phone the entire time. I think it's kind of rude, and I think that you're going to regret the time that you wasted on your phone or on your laptop later in life when you wish you would have been spending time with that person.
The Student Union, or PSU, is a place solely for the purpose of students that come together for intramurals, food at the 586 Cafe, and His Stories worship time. Yet still, many disengage. Junior Michael Hyatt comes to Student Union often to do homework and socialize with friends, but tries to be different in his approach to social media.
Social networking and technology is a gift, but it is also a responsibility that we often can't handle and that can often control us and our relationships and friendships. Like, I can't list how many times I'll go to hang out with somebody and then literally they'll just be sitting there texting on their phone or checking their iPod with their social networks the whole time, and out of a 2-hour period of hanging out, we maybe talk for 10 minutes the whole time, and it's really annoying, and I'm even guilty of it sometimes. So I make it a point, like, just an example, when I'm eating dinner with someone or something, I'll make sure I have my phone on silent and just set it face down on the table. And even still, I slip up sometimes. So I definitely think it's a struggle when you really look at it, but overall it helps.
Misty Curvin, a senior employee of the 586 Cafe, spends a lot of time noticing the habits of those that come to eat.
Yeah, I think people do pretty good in here socializing, except for a couple few will just sit and Skype all night on their laptop by themselves.
There is no better way to dive deeper into this issue than to talk to the veteran of the university, our very own chaplain, Joe Noonan, who is closely involved with the students and has seen the change in this community from the beginning.
All right, I think the question that you've asked about social media is a really good one. And first of all, I need to qualify what I'll say later by saying that there are incredible values to social media. I have a son who lives in Chicago. He's married, and they have a child. And the only way that we can really keep up with our little granddaughter and her progression from day to day and week to week is through Facebook. So it really helps those kind of connectional relationships with family and friends and the positive things.
There is no arguing against the many advantages of the access to social media and new ways to communicate, but moderation is the key to using it well. What starts out as harmless can soon come to haunt us, and we don't have a clue about what is happening.
I think having been introduced to Twitter last year and being able to see the thoughts of people and events and information, that they're just, the social media provides a lot of positive elements, but as with anything that has positive elements, there's also the opportunity for it to be used in a manner that's not healthy to the person using it or the others that are connected to it. And I think on campus, one of the things that I began noticing was the fact that, I don't know if I would say that it's the look down generation, but if you're at a table, you're looking down at a phone. If you're walking, you're looking down at a phone. And there's something, I think, sacred and special about looking into the eyes of another human being. If the eyes are the windows to the soul, then there's a sense in which we're not really fully present with each other. Holy Spirit, come, lead us now. We kind of lose touch of who we really are, that on Facebook we have an opportunity to put forth an image and a persona that may remove all of the warts and pimples and imperfections, and there's a sense in which that does not really reflect reality, and there's almost a one-upsmanship that can go on.
So the question really is, what can we do about this here on campus?
Do you do away with social media? Absolutely not. But I think when we think Christianly about it, we have to ask, what is it doing to me as a person, and then what is it doing to us as a community? One of the things that I would love to see would be, maybe half of our dining commons at dinner time is a social media free zone. Cell phones go away, laptops go away, TVs are turned off, and we're just fully present with each other at a meal and laughing and talking and all of that. Are there elements on this campus where social media is compromising our capacity for community? Yes, when we're engaged in it irresponsibly and when we use it to harm others. Let's do what we can to redeem it and make it a positive thing that I think its originators would have hoped would have happened.
Society is changing more rapidly than we want to believe. We can choose to accept this as inevitable or maintain and grow on what little personal interactions we have left. The choice is ours. The choice is yours.